Gregory was a 50-year-old man who had once been the CEO of a large, successful company. He was known for his charm and charisma, and had no shortage of admirers, both male and female. In fact, he boasted of having been with hundreds of women, many of whom were only interested in his wealth and status. But despite his many conquests, Gregory's lavish lifestyle came to a crashing halt when he was convicted of embezzlement and fraud, which resulted in him losing his CEO position and being sentenced to prison. While in prison, Gregory's attitude and behavior earned him the enmity of many of his fellow inmates. He would order them around and brag about his former wealth and sexual conquests, often boasting to other prisoners and even female correctional guards. He would talk about the expensive cars he used to own, the lavish vacations he used to take, and the numerous women he had been with. Unbeknownst to him, his fellow prisoners were plotting against him, and one day, when he was showering, they attacked him. The group of prisoners violently beat him with their fists and kicked him repeatedly until he was subdued and crying for help. The leader of the group then raped him, leaving him humiliated and traumatized. After the attack, Gregory was filled with fear whenever he had to go to the shower, and he became a shadow of his former self. He no longer bragged about his past successes or ordered people around, and he spent most of his time in his cell, avoiding interaction with others. After his release from prison, Gregory was disgusted with himself and could not look people in the eye. He felt ashamed of his past behavior and the events that had taken place in prison. He moved in with his parents, who were saddened to see their son in such a state. With their help, he was able to get the help he needed and eventually landed a job as a cashier at McDonald's. At McDonald's, Gregory was able to make close friendships with his co-workers and finally learn humility. He realized that he had been living a shallow and meaningless life, and he began to focus on building meaningful relationships with others. He became a better person, and he was grateful for the second chance he had been given. This is the story of a man who had once been full of ego and pride, but who was brought down by a life-changing event and ultimately found a sense of humility and connection with others.